Oh gosh.
Right. This is great. Hi, Susan is here with us.
Awesome.
Hi.
Hey, Susan.
Montana.
Yeah, it looks
I'm
like your
from
internet's slow there.
Well, maybe because you guys are slow too.
Could be. Hey, there's Kristen. Hi, Kristen.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi,
All
welcome.
right. Where'd you come from, Kristen? How'd you find us?
Actually, Bill, I was in Cindy Dale's class earlier this week, and what you taught us worked.
Oh,
So I'm back.
yeah. How did you you can't just I can't just have you just say that and then not hear the story.
It had to do with my clairvoyance. It hadn't been on. And so that's what I focused on. So I have had an amazing day today. And then I saw your email and I was like, I think I will log in for that. So thank you.
That is so awesome. I
Yes.
love it. I love it. Oh, how fun for you. How fun for you.
How fun for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it really worked. I planned to go to all the electives that she was offering, but Bill, I was so impressed. I think our whole class was impressed.
Did it come off okay?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Oh, good.
It
Good.
was fun. It was fun. It was easy, and then it worked. And that was like what, Tuesday?
Right.
It was 2 days ago.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the reason I say that is like I had the fire hose out and I was just loading you guys up. So
We can feel it.
I was a little bit worried that it was too much. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I invited my brother who's on this call too. His name's John, but I think he's messing with the sound on his end. So
Okay.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
Hey, who I see right next to John is our dear friend Colby. Hi, Colby. And I see Obaid, and I see.
Hey, Obaid. All right.
Hi, Colby. How you doing?
Colby.
We were talking to your friend Sandy today.
Oh, you were? Oh, good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's been kind of a wild 2 weeks or however long it's been since Cogno Conscious. I'm telling you, some interesting things happen.
Yeah, well, maybe reach out and we'll have a chat about it. Well, are we going to see you on Saturday?
What's Saturday?
Saturday is our follow-up call for Conscious, Saturday morning.
I didn't know about that. What time?
10 a.m.
Pacific.
Okay. We can do that. 10 till 1?
11. Just
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
All right, Bill, it looks like everybody's loaded on. We are live on Facebook, so we can
Well,
download the program if you want to.
you know what? Here's the big problem is I want to talk to all of you. Each one of you. I want to all the people that went to the last course, and then it's like, oh man, I don't get to find out the details. But anyway, it's so good to see everybody. What I want to do is first off, me and Liz, we talked about it ahead of time, we want to have, if you have questions about Cognomovement and procedures or that sort of thing, how do we do something with Cognomovement? We want to push those to the end. And at the beginning, we want to do is just do some sharing, like because this particular Cogno Hour is going to be around manifesting. So we wanted to hear if anybody had any stories of manifesting that they wanted to share. Of any great Cognomovement, Cogno Quantum manifesting.
Yeah, heart-centered space. Do you have a question or do you have a something?
This is Yvonne.
Oh,
Hi,
hey,
Yvonne.
I can
Hey,
see you, and I
Yvonne.
thought it was you,
This
but
is
then
fun.
hey, Yvonne.
Here's the thing. Since this morning I did a pug on Meetup, Eventbrite, Craigslist, you name it. So I'm gonna jump on a plane like right now. And my point is that you might have new people that's not really familiar about what we do. But I did a huge plug on all the platform across.
Woo!
Look
And
at you.
so yeah, that's happening. I'm jumping on a plane. Bye guys.
Bye.
Fun.
It's like,
Bye.
you know what? So everyone, we do want to give you a really great experience tonight, but we do have some of our practitioners here. So we want to open it up for just a couple of minutes, like Bill said. Does anybody have something they wanted to share? It could be a manifestation from Cogno Conscious or using Cogno Quantum. I know some of you have
Or
taken
Cogno Movement.
or Cogno Movement. Some of you have taken some of our classes, and we know we do have a lot of new people tonight. So we promise we're going to take it easy on you, but give you something really good tonight that you can use right away. But so just not open it up, open your mic if you want to share something. Jean Marie, did you want to share?
Regarding something that I had from a class that I took with you. I haven't taken any classes.
No, I just noticed your mic was open, so I wondered
Oh.
if that's something you wanted to share.
No,
Oh, if
no.
not, welcome. Hi.
sorry.
No, that's okay.
Bye.
That's all right. Anybody else want to share? Colby, go ahead.
Yeah, so I can just say that I haven't manifested anything like I think things are in the works, shall I say. I just have this, there's movement happening with some things. But I have to say, for those of you who don't know, I'm a speech therapist, and I just started doing Cognomovement at the end of the school year last year. And I did it all summer long, and I'm becoming a practitioner. And so when I got back from Cogno Conscious, I started right into school, and I've been doing it with every one of my students. So I start my therapy sessions with Cognomovement, and I am just kind of blown away by what's happening with some of them. And I am in awe. And I just went to my colleague and I said, do you think we can do some experimenting to see what we can do with some of these kids because of what I've been able to do with my kids in 2 weeks? I have one child who's severely apraxic, which means she has really a hard time saying what she means. And one word that is so hard for her all the time is yellow. And so we worked on that movement, and we used Cognomovement to map it in. She says yellow so beautifully now.
Oh.
And I've been working on that word for years. I can't even tell you. So, and she has a compromised brain. So I went to my colleague and said, let's get some of your kids who don't have compromised brains, who just have speech problems, and let's see what we can do. So we're going to do that in the next couple weeks. So I'm really excited about it. And I just feel like this is such an invaluable tool to my practice, let alone my personal life and my spiritual life, but now like as far as my professional life with things that I've been doing for years and years, it's brought a whole new element, and I just can't wait to keep going with it. So
That must be.
Manifesting, I suppose. Sorry, Bill?
Oh, that's got to be really fun for you. Talk about breathing new life in when you feel empowered,
Yeah.
right, in your practice.
Well, yeah, because you do the same things, you see the same kids over and over and over, and you make small gains, and then to see such huge gains in literally 2 weeks after I've been seeing someone for 4 years, yeah, it's kind of mind blowing for me. I just keep looking at the para who I work with. I'm like, are you seeing this? Are you watching this? So they're just little miracles, and it's just such a beautiful thing. It really is. So thank you for bringing this to our world.
Oh, thank you for being a part of it, Colby, and doing the work you do. This
Oh my
is,
gosh, I'm honored. I truly am.
yeah, well, the feeling's mutual.
So if you're not sure what Colby's talking about, Colby is one of our Cogno Movement practitioners, and Cogno Movement creates miracles for manifesting, but at its core, it changes how the nervous system is working between the body and the brain. So Colby's talking about using it for speech therapy, and it's used for many, many therapies like that to help the body make the changes it needs and to access parts of the brain that haven't been functioning and get the body moving. So that's what they're talking about there.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Anyone else with a manifesting story that they'd like to share, or a Cogno Movement story, something that changed in your life?
I'll just say something really quick. Well, recently I've been manifesting money, and I think it's a really practical thing that we should manifest. And what's been happening is for the last couple weeks, there were checks waiting for me at home when I got home, and you can say God or the universe was just putting those breadcrumbs along the way, and synchronicity happens and things like that. But it was really interesting that when we had a manifesting class, and these guys do a really, really great manifesting class. It was like 6 or 7 weeks. And what's important is we need to get very clear about what we want to manifest. And for me, at the beginning, there was a lot of fears about all kinds of things. And it was even fears about to be very clear on what I want. And these guys will guide you through. But then I think it's very important in the beginning, you have a very clear mind on what you want and what you want to manifest. So this system works, guys. This system really works.
It's nice to get checks. Nice to get checks. I love
Have
that.
checks waiting for you. Okay.
Yeah.
They have checks waiting for you. That's the thing. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is so great. That's so great.
All right. So it will last call, and then we will dig in. So we give everybody an experiment. Well, that too. Cogno Movement is always an experiment. Speaking of which, did you guys see, Colby, did you see the handwriting sample from today? We made
I did.
yet another person ambidextrous. So, and turned off a tremor. So that was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool. I know Sandy manifested an apartment. Did she tell you that?
Yeah, with parking in London.
Yeah, with parking. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So the story, got to tell everybody the story, because she's not here. She's in London, but we had talked to her today, and she had there was this house that they loved, and then they looked at it and it didn't have parking, and they have a convertible, and so she was like, oh, that's not going to work, and after she was doing all of this work, right, she gets back to London and she's walking by and she says, gosh, I sure do love that place. And she looked at it again, and magically it now had a garage. It turns out that the owner had kind of changed their mind, and so anyway, yeah, that was so awesome to see that.
I mean, that's one of those things that like borderlines on timeline change or Mandela effect, because literally they said it had no parking. And now it turns out there actually was a garage all along. The man just wasn't ready to sell it with it. So my question is, did it really have a garage in the beginning, or does it just have one now because she manifested it? Right? Okay, you guys, let's get started for the night. So just a fair warning, I do have a couple of surprises for you at the end, so please hang on to the end. I have something special for you. A little offer and a really fantastic gift. But tonight we're talking about manifesting. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Liz Larson. I'm the co-creator of the Cognomovement system. If you came from Gaia or Shift, you don't usually see my face, you see Bill's, but I'm the cohort in this whole situation. And
She's the better half. I'll tell you right now.
The better half, at least the quicker witted half. I got Bill good tonight, just saying. I know it'll come around later, but I did get him good. Okay. So Cognomovement, for those of you who are brand new, is a whole system of a lot of things. And like I said, it works on changing the nervous system, the way you actually interact with the entire world is through the nervous system. Nerves that come in through the eyes, into the brain, sensors all over the body that pull information in through the nervous system into the brain to decipher. So where it comes to manifesting, why would it work for that? Because as it turns out, manifesting has everything to do with a signal that gets sent, finds its match, and returns. And our body is both the transmitter and a transformer. So what do I mean by that? We transmit a signal. When we think about what we want, we really feel what we want. We get a sensation in the body like, ooh, an ice cream sure feels good. We'll often say it sounds good. Why would we use the word sound for a taste, right? Or if there's a red, bright, cherry red Porsche, and that is the thing you like, your body reacts when you see it. Or let's say in Bill's case, it's a beautiful yacht. The body reacts, your heart races, you salivate. I mean, you're not going to eat a yacht, but sometimes those senses get active. So manifesting or wanting is very, very physical, but we don't realize it. We think it's all up here in the logical mind. Well, when we think about something we want, our body sends a signal from the physical. That sensation is an electrical, magnetic, hormonal impulse. That impulse goes straight to the brain, and the brain deciphers, ooh, yeah, we like this thing, me likey, right? And then it sends a signal back to the body. Yeah, you do like that. And that might get bigger, or it might immediately go to fear. Well, I do want that, but I can't have it. I can't afford it. So the next sensation really decides what that manifestation is going to be. Either it'll get going and like, ooh, yeah, fantastic. I can do this and I can do that. And it starts to send a really positive signal that builds energy in your field, right here, right around your bod, and finds a match to that exact thing. Now, if the feeling is, I can't have it because I didn't grow up with money, or people don't like me, or somebody's in my way, that signal goes round and round too, electromagnetic, hormonal, and chemical. And guess what it fills? The field right around your body. As I move my hand through my field, I can feel it right there. And it finds its match too. Now, when it finds its match, it comes back in and your body acts like a transformer, comes in from the ethers down into 3D through the body. So that's the big overview. If you understand the system and how it works physically, physics of the physical body and the natural world around you, it's just natural stuff. It's not even really metaphysical, it's just physical. If you understand these little insider secrets, you learn how to manifest in a way that the return is very, very quickly, sometimes instant. In fact, at our most recent event, We had, it happened to a number of people where they were just working on one of these things and they got a message on their phone that they had an offer on their business. Or the person they were working on, like a mother, they got a call from that person. It actually happened to me. I was talking about someone, a situation that I'd resolved, and I got a call from that person while I was talking. So you can create these really clear signals and really clear pathways for the transformer to work if you know the little secrets. So tonight, Bill is going to give you just a little taste of one of these little nuggets that will help you understand how to start to send the signal more clearly, where it is in your physical body. This is a problem with law of attraction. As people have known it, they think really hard what they want. And the problem is a lot of times the body's saying something exactly opposite. And now your body's in a little fight. What you need is for your body to know clearly how to send the right signal. The thing that Bill's going to teach you tonight is interesting because it's how to build a certain place in your body. Now, this place in your body is for manifesting, and it's the place that lights up when you do get something that you want. However, the nervous system doesn't have to fuss over that. When you get things you want, it's like, okay, you got what you wanted, fine. I don't have to worry about that. It only pays attention to things that are going to be a problem for you or keep you unsafe or hurt you. So you really have Velcro for problems and no Velcro for not problems, for good things. So you have to learn to build in this very specific feeling. It's kind of like lifting weights for the muscle that knows when you get what you want and knows how to start to generate that signal. So that's what we're going to do tonight. Are you ready, Bill McKenna?
Yeah, okay. Well, this is going to be kind of fun. And this this generator, a positive generator, is something that all of us have, and that the people that you know that are really kind of things go their way, they have their attention on a specific part of their body and a particular sensation. They may not realize it, but it is. There's also the absolute opposite, right? As everything, has an opposite. And the opposite is we have something that repels your manifestations. And for the masses of humanity, they're in a repelling versus a generating the positive things they want. The manifesting by default, which is kind of like, the things maybe you don't want, flat tires, broken blender, whatever might be the problem. So the first part of this is extremely simple, and that is that there is around you right now things, physical things. Really, everybody's probably in their house or in their car when they're watching this. So at some point in time, if you look around the room that you're currently in, or you can even imagine looking around your house, there was something that you wanted. It could be a pair of shoes. Do you have a pair of shoes in your closet that you're like, oh man, I really wanted those and I got them? But is there a pair of shoes that you have in your closet special pair of boots, whatever it might be. Man, I really wanted those. Maybe it's a great tool, like, or could be something big, like your refrigerator or your table. Did you choose the decorations in your house? Did you choose the things that are around you? Now, granted, some of them you're like, yeah, it's just, I didn't really want it. I just ended up inheriting it or got it somehow. But just notice, is there something that in my house that at one point I wanted and then I got? Now, this certainly could be a pet. It could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is. So notice and pick just one thing, not everything, just one thing, and go back to the time that you really wanted this. You wanted whatever it is, and now you got it. You actually have it. Noticing that you have it. Notice again, I wanted this thing, and now I have it. Notice that. Notice that. I wanted it, and now I had it. As you notice that you now have it, notice where you have a sensation in your body. I promise you that this will be of great value to you. If you do this exercise and actually do it, not just listen, but actually do it. Look at something else, whatever else you have around you that at one point you really wanted, and then you got it. Notice the moment that you got it. Be there in the moment that you got it, and notice where in your body that you feel something. Notice that. I wanted it. I got it. And notice that. Notice that feeling. Now, this may be in the exact same place as the first item, or it might be in a different location, but just notice. Notice the location and notice the sensation. Now let's pick another item. Anything else in your life that at some point I wanted, it's with me today, and now I actually have it. I actually have it. But stay in the want for a second. If you stay in the want for a second here, noticing that period of time that I really wanted this, and then move forward to the moment in time that I got it. And notice the detail of it. It's like, yes, I got it. And again, noticing where is it in my physical body that I actually feel it. Is it in the same location as one of the other things? Are they all in the same location or in a general area? do it one more time. Another item. Could be my car. I wanted it. Did you want your car? Motorcycle, bicycle, scooter? Was there anything that you actually, transportation-wise, that you have today that at one point you really wanted? I wanted that. Now, take yourself to that as you're in the want. I really wanted it. And now, forward yourself. I got it. Be there in the moment that you got it. Notice that feeling. All right. Now, as you're noticing this feeling, I want you to put all of your attention on the feeling. Feel that feeling in your body. And if you have your Cognomovement ball, what you're going to do is you're going to move your ball from low to high, and you're going to say the color. I want you to focus on that feeling and move the ball from low to high. Say the color: yellow, green, red, black, yellow, purple. You move it right on up from low to high. Move higher and higher. Feel it. Now, if you do not have a ball, then what you're going to do is you're simply going to imagine that you have a ball with colors on it. Imagine you have a ball with colors on it and noticing the colors left and right, 2 hands on the ball. There's neurological reasons for all of this, but I want you to simply feel the feeling. I wanted it, and now I got it. Let yourself feel that and move the ball all the way over to the left side, all the way over to the right. Notice and say the color and move the ball higher and higher and higher and higher. Feel that feeling in your body. I wanted it, and now I got it. As you do, really focus on that. I got it in that part of the body. This is really very, very important work, and I will tell you why in a minute. This is not trivial. This will impact your life. Take the ball down to the very base. Allow yourself again. Pick the item that you really felt that feeling. Go back to I wanted it. Just rest the ball down in your lap. I really wanted it. Take yourself and be strictly in the time that you really wanted it. I wanted that so much. It was so cool. And then let that feeling of I wanted it now move to the moment where you got it. Ah, yes, I got it. Noticing the body, notice that feeling, let it come up. Oh my gosh, notice all the details of when you first got it and how great that felt. Notice that. It's still great. And now begin to move the ball. You're going to move down low, all the way left, all the way right. Just imagine it if you don't have a ball. Say the color: green, purple, blue, orange, green, red, yellow, orange. Just move it right up. All of your attention is on that wonderful feeling. The wonderful feeling. I wanted it. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Oh, let yourself feel it. All your attention is on that physical part of the body and the sensation, wherever that is. Mine is in my belly button. Other people, they'll be in their heart, their throat, the middle of their head. Everybody's different. Let yourself just have whatever it is. Ah, very good. Okay, this was the very first part of this. To feel this sensation, and then we're going to move in and we're going to start utilizing this sensation for something that you're interested in manifesting today. So I want to go into a little bit of what this is about. This generator feeling, this is what everybody has been trying to get people to feel, but they didn't have really a good process for it. As it turns out, the many products that are all around you have a hidden gift. And the hidden gift is, at one point, you wanted it, and at another point in time, you got it. We humans, we learn in a difference. I know black because I know white. I know hot because I know cold. So with our body, we learn because I wanted it and now I got it. Imagine if you had everything all the time. You could never want. You know, funny story. My daughter was only like maybe 2.5 or 3 years old. And I was with her every moment from birth, and I work from home, everything. So my daughter was, like 3 years old, and she said, Mommy, I want Daddy to leave. I want him to leave the house. I want him to leave. And she's like, what? She says, I want him to leave so I can miss him. I mean, like, how did you even figure that out at 3? That she didn't have any distance, so she could have a longing. Anyway, this wanting has a great function, right? It shows us, hey, here's the excitement of having, right? I wanted it and now I got it. Now, this is really important because the people that are super successful, and around us. And when I say successful, I mean successful in whatever. It doesn't, you choose whatever that is. But they have a concentration on the feeling. They don't even know it. But you've probably been in a situation where things were really going your way at some point in your life, right? You've lived this many years. At some point, things started rocking, and for a little period of time, for most people, they get an experience of like, yeah, I got a new house, got a new car, got the carpet done, yeah, things are kind of going good, right? Maybe it's just in the physical, maybe it's in the health department, whatever it might be. But that period of time, you had a different feeling. And that period of time may be right here, right now. And if it is, yes. But when you now know, number one, what is the feeling? And number two, what is the location? And number three, how can I generate this feeling at will? It's the products that are right around you right now, the hidden gift. At one point I wanted it, and now I got it.
Hey, Bill, can I add something to that?
Yeah.
So it's not just the products around you, even that you want, but every last little thing that you can see is a product of somebody wanting it, thinking, wow, wouldn't it be great if I had something that covered my window that's kind of pretty? So they wanted it. They had a feeling about that would be interesting. So they created it. And then the next person said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could create 1,000 of those at one time? So somebody had a feeling like, hey, that would be a cool thing to do. Let's do that. There's not a thing man-made on the planet that didn't come through this exact system. It's so important. In fact, some might say, and have, that literally our wanting and then creating is the universe creating and experiencing itself through these physical bodies, through these nervous systems that desire, thinking of how life could be better, and creating something new. So it's just so important. I just wanted to add that.
That is a really good point. So, I think I talked about this on the Shift Network already, but we're talking about Ariana Grande, and her song, I wanted it, I got it. I want it, I got it. And I was saying, boy, that girl, it's true. She does want things and she does get them, right? Well, she may not realize it, but there's an area in her body that she's really feeling it. So this is available to all of us, and the things around us can help to stimulate the feeling. Now, what did we do when we were doing this cross body? What we were doing when we were doing this cross body, why don't you explain neurologically what was going on and why we did that, Liz?
Oh, okay. So, well, a number of things. When you use the Cogno ball, we've got complex color and symbol that addresses the left side of the brain and touch and shape for the right side. So we're getting both sides of the brain interested. When we move the ball low to high, where we've got the left and the right interested, and we're moving the ball cross body and up the body, we're literally letting the whole nervous system and all aspects of the brain have a look at this new setting. So the new setting is that place in the body that got really active, that now your body's pretty clear. Hey, that's that part where I feel what I want and I got it. That's the part that is the signal, the transmitter of things that I want and I get. So we focus on that and we move up the body, letting the whole brain and the whole nervous system get a look at the new pattern, and it anchors it in to the body. So the body now has a new automated response for, hey, I got that thing. This works pretty well. Good enough, Bill?
Well, yes. So just to add to that, it turns out that our eyeballs, our brain, and our spinal cord are one neurological system. So as you're having that feeling, what we did is, because the eyes and the brain and the spinal cord are one system, different positions of the eyes are affecting or activating different parts of the brain. When you look down, for example, this is your kinesthetic or feeling part of your brain. When you look level, it's the auditory function. And when you look up, it's visual and ideas and inspiration. So when you move the eyes to one side, it moves information across to opposite lobes of the brain. So left brain, right brain. So we moved through the different parts of your brain, having all these different parts take a look, and both halves of the brain take a look at this particular feeling in the body. We call this mapping it in. We're mapping in the feeling. It is much easier to now maintain this feeling by having it have all of the brain have a look at it. You know, what we do as humans, if you notice, when people have a particular feeling, they'll gravitate to a particular position with their eyes. They'll flash to one or two or three types of positions when they tell a story, right? And these positions, you'll notice they go over and over and over to the same position, but they're not going all over the place, right? So what this does is it basically makes you one heck of a lot smarter by activating more of the brain, which is what we do with Cognomovement, and that's how we get all these amazing results. It's neurological reprogramming. So here's our next job. We're on this is, by the way, a sliver of Cognomovement and Cognoquantum. So we only have just a very limited time, but this, even though it's very limited time and just a little sliver of a sliver, it's very effective. So here's what we're going to do next is close your eyes and think of that thing, whatever that thing is, that you would like to manifest. You've got something in mind, something that would be really great. And just pick. Now, what you're going to do is just pick one thing, whatever that one thing is. I know your minds are probably darting around and they're like, no, this, no, that. No, I could do two things. No, just one thing. Okay. And, you know, it could be anything, big or small. It could be near term, if you like that. But it has to be something about you. It's for you, something you're going to be, do, see, or have. Okay, so we got that one thing. We've chose that one thing very, very clearly. As you're thinking of this thing, get it very, very clear as to whatever you want in detail. You can imagine that you're kind of giving it a 360-degree view of whatever that is. And now we're just going to set that aside for a moment. And we're going to go back to, I want it, I got it. I wanted it, I got it. Think about those things. We had 4 different things that you wanted, that was real to you, and then you got. Go back to those 4 things. Think about, I wanted it, and then take yourself to the time where I got it. I wanted it, and then I got it. Be there in the I got it. It's very important that you let yourself be in the wanting. That wanting is going to really help stimulate the feeling when you get it. Ah, I got it. Beautiful. Go through those 4. I wanted it, I got it. Let that feeling build in your body. that feeling fully build. And now you're going to grab your Cognomovement ball, or imagine that you have one if you don't, and you'll just grab it with both hands, and you're going to move it low, from side to side. Feel the feeling in your body. I got it. I wanted it. I got it. And feel that feeling while thinking about this thing that you wanted to manifest. I got it. This thing, this is how it will feel when I get it. Put all of your attention on that part of your body that you felt this, I got it. All the attention, let that feeling blow up in your body. I got this. And start to move the ball ever so slightly higher. I got it. All of your attention is on the thing that you want to manifest, and keeping that feeling in the body. Put your attention on that feeling in the body. Move higher and higher. Feel the feeling in the body in that exact place as you see yourself being, doing, having exactly what you want. Lower the ball again, down to the waist level. I'm doing, I'm being, I'm having that thing. All your attention is on that part of the body, noticing how great that feels. Enjoy that feeling in the body. Oh my gosh, I've got it. I have got it. Say the color. This round, you're going to say the color. You're going to move the ball higher. Move it up to the solar plexus, saying the color, enjoying it. You've got to keep that feeling in that specific part of your body. I actually got this. I got this. Whatever that is, I got it. Move it up to the chest level. Oh, I got this. All the attention's right there. Throat level. Oh yeah, I got this. Eye level. I got this. Up above your head. Ah, yes. Breathe in. Ah, beautiful. All right. How fun is that? Okay. And now, Liz, over to you.
Well, that was awesome, you guys. If you had some really interesting stuff, please write it down really quickly if you want to share after. I want to tell you that we did something really special for you guys today. We put up a Manifest Magic class for October 29th for Halloween. So this is going to be a really fun one. We've never done this before at the Halloween season, so we are going to make it spooky and fun. But really what we're going to do is get in there and give you guys the foundations for how to manifest physically through your physical body, through the natural world, working in what we call your field of potential, that 6 to 8 feet around your body where these manifestations really hang out. They're really maybe an artifact or just a physical manifestation in your field of your own electromagnetic hormonal signals. They're really here. So we're going to teach you how to work with that so that when you choose from then on, you actually can have a much, much greater chance of having an instant return or return that happens very, very quickly. You'll understand how to use your body to do this. And you'll understand some of these secrets that you're just not going to hear anywhere else, because people are not talking about this physical phenomenon that happens. So we're going to make it spooky fun, and we're going to share with you from the ground up. It's on October 29th. It's going to be from 9 in the morning to about 4 in the afternoon. We're going to go all the way from choosing to creating that manifestation and understanding all of the little pieces that you need to understand, to have it be really clear, something that you'll take with you for the rest of your life. Now, we do want you to have your basic training to come to this class so you understand what we're doing. Leah, our business manager, made a special ticket. So if you do need basic training, you can get it for a really good discount. So you can get them as a bundle. Of course, if you have your basic training, you're good to go. And we have a really super special and spooky gift for you guys. If you sign up for the class tonight, in the morning, you will receive a special 2-hour class. It's from our archives. It's called Energetic Hygiene, and it has everything to do with those creepy crawlies that might be in your energetic field, might be giving you some trouble. Some people might refer to those as entities. Others might think of them as thought forms. When I first thought about this myself, I was a little uncomfortable with the idea, but I realized there's all kinds of stuff that affect our bodies physically that we don't see, like bacteria. So why wouldn't there be other energetic things that sometimes affect us and get in our way? So Bill has this 2-hour class. It's called Energetic Hygiene that you guys will get for free if you sign up for the class tonight, which we're really excited for you to have it. It's a lot of fun. And it's something that you can really use throughout your spooky October Halloween month. So I'm going to put the link to the class in the chat. So just click on the link, register tonight. And if Leah sees you're registered tonight, she'll get that sent out to you in the morning.
All right. Fantastic. So, all right. So Liz is going to put the link in the chat. Is there anybody who had any questions on the session or questions on anything that I can now answer? Just go ahead and unmute your mic and we'll just take any questions. Yes, go ahead. Megan, yes.
Had to unmute the mic. So it's funny because I feel like I'm very visual and feeling, yes, very sensate oriented. This was hard for me. You were asking me to do 3 things at once, and my brain felt a little bit strained in the beginning. When we finished, I felt like I should do it every morning because everything just felt awake and alive. So I think I did it.
Yeah.
But I guess I want to say, is it kind of like a muscle where it gets easier? Because I'm imagining doing this with clients and kids and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. At first it's like, oh my gosh,
Okay, so that's normal.
Impossible, impossible for you to tell me to focus on the feeling and say the color. So neurologically, what you do is you slow down. If you slow down, it gets easier, and it'll get faster and faster as basically those connections start wiring up. More your brain starts to work together. And when that happens, holy cow, all kinds of things happen physiologically, emotionally, you name it. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
that was a really normal, probably beginning experience.
Yeah, very, very normal. Very
Okay.
normal. And by the way, this was only just a shared plate of appetizers. It wasn't very much. It wasn't even, it was hardly anything, it was just a little bit. So I'm glad you had the experience, just a little bit of an experience though.
And let me add to that a little bit too. That feeling of, oh my gosh, this is so many things at once, that's built into the system. Because if you were doing something that was easier for you, that wasn't a lot of things at once, your nervous system would never be challenged enough to make the change. So after a while, we do get used to the system, but there's enough of that built in that the system is always challenged and always creates that neurological change enough that we get to keep it for good. That's really the genius behind this system. It's not a state change, it's a permanent neurological change, permanent. So that too many things at once, that's a little bit of a part of it. And when you get a big change, and maybe some of our practitioners can speak to this, your body knows it and you will feel quite different for a little while after. So it is part of it. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
All right. There's a bunch of things if you work with kids, gosh, and you're thinking about being a practitioner, you should probably schedule a call. We have a free call for you, to talk about it. It's there are things that are just amazing, especially for kids, if you work with kids. They're typically process with this very, very quickly. Amazing changes quickly. All right. All right. And all right. Any other questions from anybody?
Oh.
Yes.
it
Hi.
looks like
Hi, Susan.
Liz just answered my- Hi. I just wanted to know about what the time commitment was on the basic training. Because I haven't had it, and you're giving us a whole month to get the basic training done. Is that feasible? Is that?
Oh, basic training is forever. Once you have basic training, then you can access it for the rest of your life.
It doesn't take long to get through though. It's about
Okay.
2.5 hours of video, but it's sessions. So you do them again and again, but it gives you the foundation for how to do the work and how to practice. So it's not a one and done, but it gives you that base that you need, and then you can keep using it forever, like Bill said.
Right. I just wanted to know what the time commitment was between now and this class that you're offering. Whether I think I could do it in my life, where I'm going to fit it in. So if it's a 2.5 hour class, is it really a 5-hour class or a 10-hour class? Because you have all these sessions.
So the deal with basic training is that it changes your life. So once you have it, now you could use it on a daily basis for 5 minutes, for 1 minute, for an hour. So it's not like you have to keep doing it, but you'll want to. If you find little things that are uncomfortable in your life or things that you want to change, and so you get in there and do it. So it's really 2.5 hours of video. You just watch it. We want you to have that basic understanding, and then you use it as much as you want after that. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
All right. All right. Great seeing you, Susan. All right. Next question. Or if anybody has a share. Carmen, one of our practitioners. Hi, Carmen.
Hi guys.
Hey.
I'm still at the office, but I'm following through, and I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
So good to see you. Carmen's out of Chicago area.
Yes.
And she's working on her certification.
Yes.
Hi,
Carmen. Hi. Yeah, one of the things that this method is really helpful, or has been for me, is that especially when you have a difficult childhood, for example, sometimes it's difficult to find the feelings, right? So you became an adult and you became desensitized, right? And with this, I've been able to identify things, even though that at the beginning I was not feeling it. I was like, I can't find the feeling in the body. But as soon as I find it, a lot of things came right in my mind, and I was able to resolve different issues. I'm like, oh, now I'm clear on why this was happening. So I love my Cognomovement. Thank you, guys. I'm always doing it every morning, and every chance that I have to assist another human being that is next to me, I'll do it. I'm always doing it. So yeah, thank you. This is great.
I so love that you're out there helping people.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And it works every time.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Carmen.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Any other comments or questions for anybody? Megan, hi.
Hi, just to
Hi.
piggyback off Carmen's thing, because I work with folks who deal with a lot of trauma, which is, I think, everyone at this point. But I was missing a little bit of her piece of, if you struggle to find the feelings in the body in the beginning, do you have she basically said she just does it more and more, and she's found the feelings, and that's great. Is there anything else you would say when it's hard to find the feeling in the beginning?
Well, Liz really has some wonderful perspectives on this. She can actually tell a little story, because it's kind of really great. Your either your intuition or your experience is just really pinpointing a really core thing. So that was a really great question. Liz, do you want to tell her about the whole pinprick and all of that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so first, when we're talking about Cognomovement and feeling, we are talking about sensation. So one big issue is people will say, I don't feel in my emotions. And we're talking about emotions, but we're also talking about sensation more specifically. So when you cut your finger like a paper cut, you look right at it, right? Like, you know what happened, but you still have to look at it and notice. If someone steps on your foot, you feel it. If you have to pee, you have feeling. So we're literally talking about physical sensation as small as a pinprick. So what Bill's talking about is, in one of our seminars, one of our practitioners, one of the most beautiful people we know, had a situation where she said, I can't feel the love of anything. When people talk about being loved by the universe, I don't feel that. I don't feel anything. And so we were working and we're kind of at the end. And she said, people are waiting. Let's just finish up. And I said, no, let's get it clear, because, when you clear for yourself, you clear for the planet. So let's just do it. She said, well, the sensation is just, it feels like a pinprick on the bottom of my foot. That's all, just this tiny pinprick. So we worked with that, just that tiny, tiny feeling on the bottom of her foot. And when it cleared, it literally looked like her body radiated light. I mean, to this day, I've never seen anything else like it.
Tell them why that pinprick was there.
I will.
Oh.
So she gasped like this. And I said, what? She said, I feel it. I feel what it would feel like to be loved by God. And that was from a tiny pinprick. What it related to, the funniest thing, is in one of the eye positions, she had this memory. And it was about a 10 years old on the streets of Russia, and she's walking down the street. And she looks up, and there's a girl on the bus, and that girl is her arch nemesis from music school. 2 years older and mean, the type. And she said she looked up at the girl and the girl gave her one of these. And in that moment, her body recorded not lovable by anything, not even the universe. Now, what we know about this is that day, somebody else might have hurt her feelings. Her mom might have been mad at her. Her underwear may have been too tight. She might have been hungry. Maybe the girl on the bus was constipated. Like, we don't know the neurological setup that made that condition, but how it manifested was a pinprick on the bottom of the foot. That was early on, and it really taught us something very important, that sensation, feeling comes in every kind of feeling, basically. So for some people, it might actually feel like their fingertips tingle, or their left toe is numb, or there's a little itch on the earlobe. So as a practitioner, which is I think what the question you're asking, working with someone else, you're looking for, and you're trained to see where the body is maybe holding that sensation. You know, maybe the hand is gripped, maybe the eye is twitching, maybe there's a turn down of the mouth. But so really this is what we're talking about, and this is what we teach in basic training and other things as practitioners, is to notice the body in a way it's never been noticed before, because it really is talking to us all the time. It's where our body holds our neurological patterns. It's the storage, it's not the brain after all. And it will show us in the tiniest of ways, and sometimes the biggest of ways, from a pinprick on the bottom of the foot to disease. So is that what you were looking for, Bill?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was looking for. Did that, Megan, did that help?
Yes. And I need to work my way through the basic training and practice and all this stuff. I'm just really excited to do it. This is
Oh,
connecting
so
a lot of
happy you're
dots for
here.
me.
You have no idea how happy we are when we meet people like you that work with other people and help other people. It warms our heart because we know the magnificent change that can be made. So
Yeah.
welcome, and thanks for being here.
Very much, very much. Yeah, we love our practitioners. There's just the stories that come back are like, literally bring you to tears. It's amazing. All right. And so how about we'll just take one last question or comment or story? Okay. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're done. Thank you all. Thank you for today. I hope to see you in class. And thank you for coming and sharing your stories and your life with us here. And looking forward to you sharing this with everybody out there too.
And everyone, we're always here for you. info@cognomovement.com is the best way to reach out and find out more about the class. You'll reach Leah, our business manager. You can ask her everything. Susan, I think the class is $299 without the basic training. So anyway, if you need us, info@cognomovement.com, please reach out. If you have miracles, that's mandatory reporting, obviously. Reach out and share your stories with us, and we will be so happy to hear them and to see you all again really very soon.
Thank you.
All right. Good night. Good night, Megan. Good night,
Right.
Carmen. Good to see you. Good night, Jean. Marie. Good night, Deborah. Good night, Nancy. Good night, Susan. Good night, Farnaz. Garnot. Good night, Xenofun. Jordan. Like that name. Good night, D. Decker. Good night, Alice. Lizzie. Good night. Good night, Penn. Thanks for being here. Good night, Lillian. Good night, Suzanne, Laura, and Susan. Good night, everyone. See you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.